Please, no more. I can't take any more. I'm long dead, stranger. But I suffer torment unending thanks to my husband, Narayaneth. The Daedra gripped their wretched claws on his soul, turned him wicked, turned him against me. All that you see was the result. My husband, the twisted creature he became, cursed me, broke my soul into 3 pieces and sealed them in phylacteries. If the phylacteries were broken, I would rest, but they are guarded by vile beasts. I have long dreamed of kind words and a way out, but I think this task is beyond you, my friend. The first phylactery is up ahead, watched by impossible creatures. You cannot defeat them. No one can. In time long past, this was the Agia Rel, where I taught the trade of adventuring. My husband, Narayaneth, has broken it, made it a crypt of hearts, where my spirit and the spirit of my students will suffer for as long as his magic lasts.
Bet they weren't expecting that.
Minions will destroy you!
Ankonath has done nothing to deserve this. I'm free. I thank you. I wasn't expecting you would be so capable. You've ended Ankonath's torture and freed a fragment of my soul. Are you willing to do more? My soul remains bound, and the Daedra are torturing others. 2 fragments of my soul remain imprisoned. Free them, and I would finally be able to move on. Ankonath's cries have echoed through this chamber for years. The silence now is almost deafening. Another fragment of my soul lies to the south. It's heavily guarded, so be wary. I would not fault you for turning back. It only gets tougher from here.
Alanway, do you have a moment? I was hoping to speak to you about a new lesson plan, but I think I may have a more pressing issue.
I wanted to speak to you as well. What's this I hear about you teaching advanced destruction? I want the students able to defend themselves in the backwoods of Tamriel, but I don't want them learning how to fight a war or burning the school down.
And yet, you hired a war wizard. Can this conversation wait? Your husband...
Narayaneth, what is it?
He thinks you and I are having an affair.
An affair? With you?
Why is that humorous?
No reason in particular. Please! You've done enough, Narayaneth. Stay your blade. You have my thanks, friend. Rulanir didn't deserve that. No one does. Your determination gives me hope. I resigned myself to the pain a long time ago. You'll find the last fragment through the gate in the southeast. A powerful lich guards the last fragment, plucked out of history and summoned by my husband. He's ravaging the soul of one of my students. I would die again to help that student, but I can't. Please, save him if you can. He was the school's blade master, a fellow instructor. Rulanir was an old friend, and my husband knew that whatever pain he inflicted on Rulanir, I would regret.
Olenway, I don't think your husband enjoys my company.
They say that when someone professes another's dislike for them, they really mean the opposite.
He hisses at me when I walk past.
Stop it.
It's true. I don't know what you see in him. You realize in the grand scheme of your marriage, he's the one who wins.
I will take that as a compliment, Rulanir. But look around. Look what he helped me to build. The Agia Rel and its students are more beautiful than I ever dreamed. How can you doubt his character?
That is not a reason to love someone.
He was my husband before we built the school, Rulanir. And it's not like you haven't gained from his work. Being our Blade Master is the first steady job you've held since the Fighters Guild kicked you out.
I'll be back on the roads of Tamriel soon enough. And maybe you'll come to your senses and adventure with me again.
Keep dreaming, Rulanir. This school is the world to me now.
This is so much better than reading. This is gonna be fun.
thank you for freeing me. For freeing Feindor. Our tormentors washed him in fire during the day, and he slept only to face the same all over again. I hope that he can rest easy now. I did not dare to hope you would make it this far, but your abilities have been astonishing. The pieces of my soul are free, though my husband left 2 Daedric minions, Elambris Aethor and Elambris Zavan, to prevent the shards from reuniting. The Daedra maintain spells that will keep the shards from ever merging, my soul from reforming. My husband meant for my pain to be the likes of torture and oblivion. How better to ensure that than to bring denizens of oblivion to me? Yes, if you are willing to face them. Defeating those Daedra will dispel their magic and allow my soul to reform. They ruminate on new tortures in a chamber to the south of here. I never hoped that I would ever be free, but I thank you for unbinding this fragment of my soul. You've helped Feindor too, and that brings me a sense of peace that I'm unable to express. A student of mine, I was fond of him. He was the opposite. He was the unruly son of a noble Ultima family, and he resented me and everyone here. But he had an instinctual magical spark that the Mages Guild lacked the patience to stoke. He became the greatest mage the Aegea Rel ever produced. Better than my husband, said the Altmari diplomats who visited during Feindor's graduation. The day Feindor was to leave, my husband solidified his Daedric pact. And you know Feindor's fate.
Got a talent for finding those.
been undoing our work. We will lead you to the Master's base.
They're messing with your head. Your magic up is low. Be careful. I love it when you do that. You're dangerous, huh?
Do you feel? The others are returning!
I don't know where you found your new friends, Alanway, but they don't seem to fear death. It's admirable.
They can speak to that better than I, but they've bested my husband's minions. We owe them everything.
Indeed. By the Empyrean light! I didn't know Narayaneth had tortured so many of us. That whoreson dog.
Easy, Feindor. He'll pay when the time comes. But we don't want you rushing off to die.
Our
again.
friends killed his Daedric pets. He may come looking for us, and we need to be ready.
You've done the impossible. I've seen those Daedric fiends flay the souls of my friends with but a word. Your power must be immense, dwarfed only by your generosity. The shards have merged and my soul is whole once more. Give you my gratitude. The Daedra drove Narayaneth to do this, I know it. I would leave this plane, but I cannot, knowing Narayaneth is still out there. He may return, and on that day, I will do everything I can to free him from Daedric influence. You have freed not only my soul, but the souls of all the students caught in my husband's attack. Your actions right a wrong that was long overdue.
Narayaneth took everything from me, and I won't rest until I take something back.
It's easier to form coherent thoughts when I'm not being stabbed. It's been a long couple of years. I owe you a debt, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us. For Allenway.
The others have been singing your praises, but with a little more time, I would have gathered the magicka to free myself. In another decade or so, it's hard to concentrate when you're on fire.